Well, what's up? Another episode of Twisted Toast. Dude, I wanted us to go through some news stuff because that's one of the game plans with this is go through news stuff. You got hit with what'd you get hit with? COVID?
I'm gonna guess maybe yes.
Okay.
It knocked me out.
It's because of all those vaccinations you've had.
Right.
Um, I'm coming off of, I think, just burnout. I'm just fucking like, I'm so glad I have one last on site next week, St. Louis, Joe Sass's office, the wonderful Joe Sass. Shout out to Joe Sass. And then I'm fucking done. But I have some really exciting news. I'm gonna be working with Dr. Stu, the founder of ChiroOne. He's gonna be my mentor to help me go to the next level of scaling out. And here's the biggest news that's coming out of this. I'm opening up Club Twisty, Melba. I'm opening up my own clinic finally. So
Oh, really?
I want to open up a
Is
chiropractic.
it for erections?
And we're going to talk a lot about dicks. I'm going to tell you this because the one thing
I mean, should people, especially your wife, be worried that might be one of your most favorite topics?
is dicks. Look, I'm into like, let me tell you something. I will sing the praises of butt play all day as a male, especially if you're high on like MDMA or ecstasy or amphetamines or meth. One of the best orgasms I've ever had is coming at the same time while having a butt plug pulled out of me. And
Well, there are a lot of nerves there.
I think men are so shy about this. Like, I love butt play. I'm sorry. I'm open and honest about this. It is what it is. Should she be worried? No, she knows all my faults and all my weaknesses, and dudes are not one of them. I did try when I was when I was 19 or 20 and I was really fucking like a raging lunatic fucking like I had to drink I was probably a functional alcoholic at 19. I never really dipped down. We were going to have this conversation. So maybe this is the time we have this conversation because I never really was like, I need to drink. But at like 19, 20, I really, really wanted to drink. And when the bars would close, there was a guy named Dusty Gay Guy, we called him. He came to Syracuse, New York. He was a Southern boy and worked for Carrier. He had a brownstone in Syracuse, had the best apartment, of course, because he was Dusty Gay Guy. Dusty Gay Guy had in his Saab one time bottles of vodka, and he's like, I'll take you home, Tristan. I'll take you home. And I'm like, he came up to like try to like come up to, and I just remember feeling it. I was like so grossed out and stuff. I was like, nah,
So he
I
didn't
might like
ask to
butt
kiss your
play.
stomach?
Yeah, I might like butt play, but I like butt play with women. So
I need to hear more about this kissing your stomach thing.
oh, that guy was great. What a great cold outreach if you want to capture attention. I don't know. I think it was a bot. What did he write? Hi, Tristan. I
You have it right there.
hope you don't mind me asking something a little unusual, and please know there's no pressure at all. I wanted to ask if you would be comfortable with the idea of another man kissing your stomach. I don't mean anything beyond that unless you wanted it, but I personally find the act of giving that kind of gentle attention to someone's stomach to be really affectionate, intimate, and enjoyable. For me, it's less about being sexual in a demanding way and more about the closeness, tenderness, and the trust that comes from being allowed to do something like that. It's a way of showing care and appreciation for you while also respecting your boundaries completely. Of course, this is only something I want to do if you felt generally open to it, and if it sounded pleasant or intriguing to you. If it doesn't interest you, that's completely fine. I never push or bring it up again. I just want to ask openly and honestly, since I really admire you and thought it was worth expressing. What do you think? Well, I'll tell you what I thought. I asked Kat, I said, can you do that for me the other night? Because I just want to feel the intimacy and the connection and not in a sexual way. And as soon as she started kissing my belly, I started just cracking. This is the gayest shit ever.
I love Mark from Chiro Booster's comment. He's like, I'm so glad it wasn't me.
Oh yeah. I mean, that would have been,
Because actually that's who I thought it was
that
at first.
fucking awesome. Shout out to Mark from Chiro Boost doing killer stuff out there, helping people grow their practice. Yeah, I politely blocked, and yeah, not my thing. And I don't even enjoy that. I didn't even like the tummy kissing from my wife. It made me laugh too much.
The first thing I thought about though is as I read it, because when you think about, as we talked about previously, polyvagal theory,
Mm.
exposing the belly is a very safe thing. So if you expose your belly to somebody, it's like a dog, right? When they roll over on their back, like scared dogs don't do that, right? But really open and loved dogs do. So being able to touch someone's
Mm.
stomach is not only an intimate thing, but it is actually very good for your vagus nerve. for like old trauma
How
too.
are blowjobs for the vagus nerve?
Little
Yeah.
different,
Yeah.
but
I just
there's
don't
nerves down there too.
I don't have and me and Kat were talking about this the other day because I'm like, "Hey, dude, I just don't I don't think I get as many blowjobs as most dudes get." And she's like, because
You probably
anytime I
get
try.
more than most dudes.
You think so? I don't
Probably.
I don't no,
Have you heard the joke? Why does every bride have a smile on her face when she walks down the aisle?
no.
Because she knows that's the last blowjob she's ever gonna give.
I told my wife, I said, you really sold me. I go, we did oil, I got footsies, I got like all this stuff when we were starting out. And I go now, and I can't even get a threesome, you know?
Oh
So
god.
although if I got a threesome, I probably freak the fuck out and like just like go down. She's like, you don't want that. I go, no, but I do in my
You only think you want that.
yeah,
It'll
I think all
ruin the
that.
trust of your relationship.
No, I love this woman more than anything, but the tummy kisses didn't help or do anything to bring us to more intimacy. So, Mark, you fucked up.
Because you had some dude in your head while she's kissing your stomach,
Well,
and that's why you laughed because you're super uncomfortable about it.
I just can't, I couldn't swing that way. I could never do it. I remember when I was younger and I was at a video store I used to be a manager of, and the manager's husband or the co-manager's husband I worked with, Betsy, she was in the art scene, so there's a lot of gay guys, and she's hey, I was gonna start getting into like theater and music and stuff like that in my 20s, and she's like, just remember, don't get in the hot tub because they're still men, and I'm like, what do you mean? And then I got in the hot tub one day and I was like, oh, they are fucking, dude, men are gross and they're aggressive. When I was in San Francisco, I was trying to get some free meth and GHB, which I love GHB. And we had two gay guys that lived above us. Again, I will push it if I want to get drugs. And this guy, they were a couple. They actually gave us as a Christmas present at our door like a big bag of meth. And it was my first time ever doing meth. I'm like, this is the greatest fucking thing ever. It really was amazing. And I went up knocking on the door. Hey, you have any more of that meth one? And he goes, and he's all spun out. And in his room is just pictures of cocks and pictures of like dicks. And I'm just like, oh man, this is like Dusty Gay Guy again, man. I'm going to go down that road. I didn't go down that road. But my ex-wife at the time, she came up there. She's like knocking on the door because I was up there for like an hour. She's like, what's going on? I go, this guy won't fucking he won't shut up talking about dicks. I just want to get some meth and some GHB. He goes, oh, honey, here's some GHB. Gave her a Gatorade bottle. She fucking knocked out in like 3 minutes. She's passed out, sundress on. He walks past her. Her vagina, she goes, oh, look at that. I never wanted to see that after coming out of my mouth. San Francisco for you, folks. Like that's, you had your days you've had your days in the rave days, right? You probably were exposed to a lot of gays.
I've been exposed to a lot of things.
Yeah. It's boring now, isn't it?
What, gay people or the rave
No,
scene?
the post rave days, 20, like our 20.
Yes, it's not as interesting, that is for sure, but it's a much more comforting and much more restful.
You know who my wife really loves right now? She loves gay African American Republicans on TikTok, and she's all because she's actually gotten to a point where I'm like, you're like fucking getting too conservative for me. Like she went all in, and I'm like, you gotta just chill the fuck out a little bit. And I'm so scared for her to go to her sisters because I have a fucking massive family fight. But she's like all in. She's like, because she was telling me, she's like, she goes, the return of the angry gays is like, but conservative ones, she goes, this is the best I've ever seen. I'm like, yeah, it's funny, but I'm saying, I'm starting to work with Dr. Stu. We just got off a call about an hour ago. And so Twisties, yes, we're going to help sex, but it's going to be chiropractic, yoga, and what's that other one that people, Pilates. So I want to make it about movement and cool shit like that. Of course, I won't even be one of the clients, but no, I'm just joking. But I'm really excited.
Well, there's better things out there than yoga Pilates, I'm going to be honest with you, that are
Well,
more functional and better for the human.
but from a business search standpoint, what people
Yeah,
want,
you're right.
yeah,
People chew that up.
And I want to make it a
They don't know
club
any better.
atmosphere. I want to make it a club atmosphere. I want to make it fun. I want to be open at night. I want to be, when every other, yeah, exactly. I want to have bump music. I want to feel like you came out of there and you just did the best bump of your life, but you didn't do a bump. You got adjusted, and the best adjustment
Just
ever.
like a bump.
Which
Bump.
it honestly,
Like a little body bump.
it's the best bump in the world. It
really
really
is.
It really fucking is. And yeah, on that note, speaking of bumps, well, what's anything going on in your world? that's cool?
What is cool in my world? I feel better. I'm not in bed. I can breathe.
Did you get adjusted while you were sick?
No, I'm gonna get adjusted tomorrow because my doc was out of town yesterday, and my husband's been out of town because he's at the world championship right now for track.
Saw that. That's
And so
exciting.
his last race is literally right now as we're speaking. He could be winning a gold medal. I have no idea. I'll
This is
find out when
great.
we get off. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's not hot here. That's nice.
It was starting. I was down there last week, and as my Uber driver said, no one ever goes to LaGrange, and she was right.
It's an old plantation, I think.
It's It was like I was talking to Dr. Chris this morning. I go, because there's some beautiful thing that came out. There's some beautiful stuff that came out of being there. One, I can't wait to go back. One of my favorite on-sites I've ever done. They had 90-year-olds and 90-year-olds, and they're celebrating 73 years in practice. Shout out to Aspinwall Chiropractic Clinic, 73 years. Dr. Jim's dad started that practice. They have a hold steady in that community, and there are people that have been going there longer than I've been alive. And that just made my heart happy because I just believe in lifetime chiropractic, and so did they. And they just got it. And there was so much love and spiz in those clinics that, we forget how important that is, that love and service, that everyone is treated. Everyone said they felt like family there. I go, really what they were saying is they were treated better than family, right? Because families could be toxic and be shitty, but like they just felt so loved there. And I came out of there going, that was like a little taste of back in time. Now, getting an Uber at 1:00 in the fact that I could find a place that was still open to 1:00 in the morning was astonishing, but I found it. And getting an Uber back to my hotel was scary. It's scary. And that same thing happened in Serenbe. Have you been to Serenbe yet down there? You live down
It's
there.
weird there.
So Kat thinks it's now we're going to be going there again. She loves it. Now, two sides to this story. Austin Cohen has hosted his Growth Summit there for years. I tell people just go to the Growth Summit just to go to Serenbe if you've never been to Serenbe. But I do feel there's a little bit of Get Out, the movie Get Out there.
Yeah, because I'm like thinking Children of the Corn, but
I definitely think there's swingers.
Get Out works too.
I definitely think there's swingers there. They have the best fucking pizza, even ahead of New York City. I don't know what they put in their pizza, but it's fucking amazing at the restaurant there. But I was down there one time. Thankfully, Adam Tedder was down there with me, the second Growth Summit, or I can't remember which one it was. But they shut down. You can't get an Uber. And I was staying at a hotel like 20 minutes away because I came in like, I'm not going to be with my wife and kids came with me the next year and we got a place there. And everyone loved it. The kids loved it. It's just great people watching. It's a great place to walk around. There's farms. There's all this cool stuff. But the first year I was just like, well, my wife's not coming. I'm not going to spend that money as most smart men do. I'll stay in a fucking, Motel 6. And, spend my money drinking that night. Well, I spent my money drinking, buying everyone drinks. And then when they closed down, I couldn't get an Uber. And thank God Adam Tedder was with me because I was just going to sleep out on the sidewalk in the community of Serenbe, which I probably would have been put up in chains, probably be tied to I would be someone's house husband now at that point in time. Some rich liberal, like they're very much into nature there, like they're like that kind of like rich liberal,
It's just such a weird vibe because it's like out in the middle of nowhere. You don't even know it's there till you make a wrong turn.
Yeah. But
Everybody drives around in their little golf carts.
I really want you to go to Growth Summit this year. You got to go. It's in your backyard. You have to go this year.
It depends on when it is, because I feel like last year I was going to go.
I think you were going to like your jet setting ways. You were fucking going
Something came up.
Italy or Paris or.
Yeah, I think we did go to Italy. I'm not a jet setter. Come on now. Sometimes I get to get on a plane.
Oh, well, I'll tell you that is what I'm finally happy to be done with. What are some of your favorite travel tips, dude? Like, I am the shittiest. I first of all, I get cut off at
Fly first class.
Fly first class always, yes. But I fly first class and I still get cut off by them. It's crazy. Like I'm like, do you see how big I'm like talking? I'm like, I'm 6'4", 240 pounds. I'm not going down. Trust me. Like they're like, sir, we do one more and that's the last one we can do. It's so embarrassing in front of people.
How many are you drinking?
I mean, I'll probably get like 4 to 5 doubles in before. Yeah,
I mean, they probably have some sort of a
rules.
safe service limit, just like any bar does,
February 5th and February 7th at Serenbe. I'm hosting the after party. And I'm breaking news today. The after party, we're going old school. I'm getting kegs. We're gonna do keg stands. We're gonna have a band there. It's gonna be badass. And we're doing it, and we're gonna destroy one of Austin Cohen's houses.
One of his houses. I think you need to get a DJ, dude.
We
People are
we
gonna
we
want
are
if you really want to party, you need a DJ.
I'm down. I'm down. I'm down. I'm totally down. All right, let's pull up some chiropractic news. Let's see
Keg
what
stands. Who
let's
does that? You need to if you're gonna do keg stands, you need to get the funnel.
I had so in the history of my school, high school, I'm still proud of this record. We tore down one of my houses that we were moving out of in Syracuse, New York. I was going to school in Fayetteville, Manlius, and I got in trouble because I was 30 minutes away. I used a fake address because I wanted to go to FM high school. And so we had to move to FM my senior year. We were living in the north side of Syracuse. And the last night we had that house, I was always the party. Like, I was thinking about this the other day. I was telling someone, I'm like, I love to throw parties. They're like, I could tell. And I'm like, well, I don't think you even knew me in my 20s. I was like, I always used to have parties and stuff. So we would have kegs. We do keg stands. And I did 1 minute and 47 seconds. And the second best person was like 20 seconds. So I want to see if I can reach my records from my youth when I'm there at Serenbe.
I only want to take a video so I can watch you puke when you're done.
I only puke like 6
When
hours
you're not
later.
20 anymore.
Okay. Well, you're okay. Challenge accepted.
Amen. All right.
Let's see here.
So tell me how Mile High was.
Mile High was long. It's 4 fucking days. Like I got Danny and Rochelle Knowles, shout out to them. They put on a beautiful event. It's very long. They got some really amazing people that come in, and it's just a lot. And it's, I was the last man standing every couple of
What
nights.
time does it start and what time does it end?
I think they start at like 7 in the morning and they end at like 6:30. But then there's after hours. Oh, and then they have the after party. I think Danny should consolidate it down. That would be my tip. I think if he could pack it into like cut half a day or 1 day out. But it starts Thursday evening. Lots of cool people there. Some other people that not so cool. People I'm not fans of. We won't name names. I got accused of let me I don't even know if I can pronounce this word. I think it's racist too. I don't know. Chicanery. I got accused of chicanery. The use of trickery to achieve political and financial or legal purpose.
And what were you doing to be accused of such a thing?
I was just saying what we talked about a couple of weeks ago, that like, hey, dude. So all these kids were out there. So Danny got they're supporting, they're right there in Colorado. So they went up to Greeley. Is it Greeley, Colorado?
Greeley.
And that's where they're saying they want to put the national board site, which I approve of. And I've written about this. I've talked about this. I come from a place of let's stop weeding, let's weed
It
people
also
up.
smells like so bad there.
Does it? Well, they are hippies.
They have a huge cow plant.
Like a corporatized like cow
slaughter place thing. Like half the town. I mean, it smells like the whole town smells like manure.
Well, maybe now you're selling me against us having they're shouting out the cartel, and I'm just saying, you know what, we don't have enough money in our profession yet to have a real cartel. I think that there's other fights. So the kids went up there and they protested at the boards, and I just said, well, the answer is in vendors. If you want to get people to pay for your travel, and if you can't afford to do this stuff, they're making it too expensive to become a chiropractor. And I'm like, dude, if you can't handle that, you're not gonna be able to handle any other shit. But where I lean into is then go to the vendors. If a student came to me and said, hey, I would love this biz to sponsor me, I would fucking do it. We talked about that, scholarships. Like, I would do it,
I think it's a good idea. I think could be very lucrative for the vendors as well, right? Because then those students are going to go back to those vendors.
Well, I'll tell you what, most of these vendors don't know how to, Danny and Rochelle put on a great show at Mile High. And if I had a vendor booth there, I would have fucking killed it. But most of these vendors don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't lift their heads up from their phones. They don't know how to engage people and draw people in. They don't know how to have fucking conversations without pitching. I really, really want to teach a workshop. One of the things that we're thinking about doing with summer camp, me and Dan Bay, we talked about doing was actually putting vendors through a program of how to make the experience and how to sell better, because you should be delighted when people are engaging you in their stuff. And for the most part, Most of the vendors that are not my partners, because my partners were really good because they get access to me to learn how to, like, I'm like, we should do this cool stuff. They're like, yeah, cool. Like Andrew from Phoenix, I'm sitting there going, dude, you should get some Jello shots tonight. He goes, on it. He did a masterful, because he comes from that background of food services. He convinced the hotel to, at no cost, get them Jello shots created. They worked for the whole afternoon creating tables and tables and tables of Jello shots. Everyone loved it. And that's a shout out to Jill Cherry, who years ago at summer camp, when we were working together, she goes, what should I do to get people over? I go, in booze, dude. Booze brings people over. I forget the name. I feel so bad because it was a couple summer camps, like the second summer camp. His father is a chiropractic coach. I can't remember their names. I feel so shitty about this, but they had a spinning wheel, they had really hot girls, and they had whiskey shots, and they absolutely crushed it. Everyone came to me and they're like, can we do cool stuff? I go, you could do it. If you want to fucking blow at your fucking table, you can have blow at your table. I don't care. Whatever you need to, I will. And the other thing about me putting on events is I would bring over, my dad grew up in that Parker way, that you help facilitate people to vendors and stuff like that. That's something I'm looking forward to bringing back from summer camp, of creating activations there. Hey, we know our people. You need to talk to so-and-so.
A vendor bingo card.
Yeah. Like, well, those are just like, hey, make sure you fill these. I hate that. Like, I'm
Well, you
talking
could do
about,
it differently. Like we have to fill out like a little bit of information about each vendor instead of like them plugging the
yes,
spot. Like
yes,
what does this vendor do? What's something that you didn't know about this vendor?
absolute, dude.
What's the keyword?
Chef's kiss. We're so it was good. It was good. I don't know if I could do another weekend of pot.
I just think that honestly, to your point about the 4 days, even like when Life Vision was going on, they don't do it on Sundays anymore because people are just worn out.
Yeah.
It's good to be able to go home, spend time with your family, decompress, have some downtime before you go back and, as they would say in hockey, hit the boards again, uh, to go kill it in practice.
Yeah. I never miss a flight. I'm notorious for, I will just stay up and go through. Um and I had my wife was calling. I answered the phone. I'm like, fuck. I could have probably made it if I really got my shit together. I switched to a different airline, got a first class flight out, and I was so fucking hungover. Partly probably why they already cut me off. I don't know. I don't remember that Sunday. I'll just tell you that. I got home. My wife was like, you smell like a fucking bar rag. And I just went on the couch and I woke up at like 8:30 and she had pizza already waiting for me and stuff like that. God bless this woman. She puts up with so much of my shit. So the night before, she was sending at the event, she's sending me flirtatious messages, and I'm like, what are you doing? I'm in Denver. I can't do anything. Don't tease me like this, So we got in a little bitchy fight, and I still do my 14-year-old girl shit, like when I fight, because I'm a little girl at heart. Like, that's probably why I like older men to like kiss my belly. Yeah, we're done with this run. You got any seminars you're going to coming up?
I don't have anything coming up. I'm in a space of self-focus right now, honestly.
So what does that mean, self-focus?
How can I be more?
Yeah.
How can I give more? How can I thrive more? How can I just be a better person overall so that I can serve the population better than I
Yeah.
have been? And maybe that is through some seminars. Um, I don't know.
Are you still doing any of those networking events?
So I just started again, which we're going to talk about when we get off of this recording. But every Thursday now I'm starting one, and there's another one I want to start here really soon that I went
Nice.
since we didn't do it on Monday. So I'm excited about that. I actually got a new patient from it already, so I'm like, yay!
Let's go. Well, I'll tell you this. Tip for the week. I don't ever do this, but remember, go for the referral, not for the sale. When you introduce yourself as someone who goes, I work with these people. This is who I help. Do you know anyone like that? We were working on this in Chris Albert's office in LaGrange, because we're trying to sell a weight loss program. And I think we might have did this working with you at some point, but I was like, you can't go and tell people they're fat to their face. That's really just not
Nobody likes that.
Nobody likes that. But you can do a program where you're like, we're giving away or doing a gift card or something we want to introduce our weight loss program. Who do you know that in your life that struggles with stubborn fat, weight loss, we got a gift that you can give them. And 1 out of 3 people will go, well, what about me? And you go, okay, cool. We weren't even thinking about you. So I'm happy. I'm excited to hear what you're doing in this. We'll shut it down. Hey, give us a like, give us a share, give us reviews, do all that cool shit that the kids are all doing on there. I'm really, really grateful for you people. I'm going to tell you some stats and data. We have quadrupled our downloads every week off of Buzzsprout. We're going to be getting a badge pretty soon. We're on our way there. We might get it this week or next week, depending on the frequency, but thank you guys. I got so much great feedback at every seminar since we launched this. Everyone adores you. So keep adoring us, keep tuning in, and hopefully you get some value and you get some nuggets and you get some laughs. Thanks for hanging with us, guys.
Peace.